guess if we're going to talk to Lety, what was it like just to get her back playing basketball for, it was like 19 months between games?
I mean, for me, I've said it multiple times, I just am so happy for her. You know, she's been through a lot this past year in terms of her surgery and then her recovery and ups and downs and that. So just to have her back out there is a blessing, and to see her with so much joy just being out there and how grateful she is. You know, take away the basketball piece is just, I'm so happy for her as a person.
What does having a true shot blocker allow your guards to do on the perimeter defensively?
Yeah, you know, we're going to keep our same philosophy. We're not going to be up in the, in passing lanes and really pressuring like that. But it does allow a little bit of, you can make a mistake maybe here or there a little bit more because you do have that length behind and that presence behind where she just alters shots. Even when she doesn't block shots, she alters them. They think twice when they see her in the lane.
You have this Thursday, maybe a chance to look at analytics, chance to look at, after you look at the film and analytics for the exhibition game, is there anything you took away from what you saw from that performance from the team?
You know, it pretty much matched up what I thought. Got to just simplify it with a young team. So we gotta be able to. Our closeouts have to be better defensively, so we can keep more people in front of us. They got us in rotation too much, and for a team like that, that's what they thrive on. And same thing with SEMO tomorrow. They're really aggressive, and they're going to try to get in the paint, and we got to keep people out. So as more possessions happen, the analytics will start showing even more. We need more reps, more games to really show some common things. But the film backed up what my eyes saw in the game.
Obligatory Aaliyah question. I know you said she had an appointment, or maybe to be more clarity. Is there any clarity on her available tomorrow?
She's starting to come back, so I don't think she'll be suited up tomorrow, but hopefully soon. She's feeling good, and hopefully we'll get her back soon.
What did you see, knowing that she probably won't play tomorrow? What did you see from the point guard position in that first game, and or the exhibition,
Yeah.
and what you expect in the first game?
I thought Destiny, she had a great scrimmage, and then in the exhibition game, she had good shots. She didn't make some of them, so she got to the rim. But overall, I thought she had a good floor game, and she'll continue to get better. So, and I thought Jazz did a good job coming in for her. So I feel good with our point guard situation now, and really in hindsight, maybe this is really good because it gets Destiny a ton of experience and a ton of minutes, and having to be that starting point guard. Hopefully in the long run, once we get Leah back, get Destiny further on the season, then it'll really help her and help her adapt.
What do you like about perimeter defensively with the way Destiny plays? We know what Jazz can do, Maddie, and eventually Aaliyah, what that can be out there.
Maddie's a really good defender. She just got a little anxious in the exhibition game, had some fouls and tried to block some shots. I mean, she's so active, she works so hard, so she's really going to be a key defender for us. Obviously, Jazz, we know what she can do. She just has to be consistent in it and disciplined in her closeouts. Gretchen continuing to come along defensively, and then obviously Destiny with her quickness is really good. She just has to again learn the discipline of the consistency of how hard you have to play every single rep, and that comes with experience. And then Aaliyah is that other person that really I think can be just a great defender. When she's locked in and she's focused, she can guard anyone. So I think that'll help us get another defensive, minded player back when she gets back.
When you look at the production in Big Ten play last year in 3-point range, how much of a significant factor did Barry having that? And just what did she bring? That was almost 40%. 3-point shooter from deep.
Yeah, I mean, Barry can flat out shoot it. She gets an open look. She missed a couple the other night, and I was shocked she missed them. She doesn't miss a lot that she gets clean looks at. So, and between her, Gretchen, Maddie, Jazz hit one the other night, I think we're probably across the board a better 3-point shooting team this year. And then you look at CC being able to stretch it at the 4 and the 5. So I think we can shoot more and shoot probably even higher percentage. So we'll never just totally rely on the threes, but we probably need to shoot even more.
I'm sure you've been asked this before, but how have you seen Gretchen and Barry handle the leadership role, being thrust in that position, leading up to the home opener, your season opener?
Yeah, I mean, I think every day they get more comfortable and more confident in it. You know, it's new to them. They're still young in that. They didn't have to do that last year, right? Barry's just a sophomore.
Yeah.
And Gretchen's, you know, really on year 2 of playing. She only played 8 games last year, so it's new for them. And you know, I'm trying to help them and be patient with them. They know what they need to do, and I'm proud of how far they've come. But they're not where, you know, they want to be or where, you know, they're going to be. They're going to continue to improve on that. And so it's just it's part of that journey. But I'm really happy with where they're at. But again, they're going to continue to improve every day, every game, of just getting more and more comfortable and confident in that role.
I didn't talk about it the other day, but before last week, they'd only played like 2 games together and not really a lot.
Yeah.
Like, why doesn't it look more disjointed? Like, it looks like they've played together for a long time.
Gretchen and Barry.
Yeah. What is it about them that just kind of makes
Yeah.
it go off like it does?
I know it's really interesting because they hadn't played together, right? And even I forgot that because Barry's injury. So I just think, you know, obviously we had a good summer together. I think that they're very, just how they are as players, they're very unselfish players. They, you know, they want to share the ball. So I think just the reps they got this summer, their mindset, they both know that, you know, obviously they're key pieces to our offense, but also willing to, you know, there's no egos there. It's all about the team.
How much does Barry's versatility allow you to mix and match your best 5, just her ability to play really 2 through 4, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, she can play kind of everything, and it's really, it's awesome to have that, you know, and same thing with C, you know, her ability to play 3, 4, and 5. I just think this is, as we continue to grow our program and recruit, we wanted to be more versatile. And we want players to really play positionless, and I think that Barry does that at a high level. She's come a long ways with her handle, with her confidence in her handle. You know, now she gets a rebound, she's a pusher in our Phoenix system. Same thing with C, so we're not having to, you know, spend time getting it to that point guard, and that's when we're at our best, is when we're playing in transition like that. We still got to clean some stuff up with them as the pushers, but yeah, the versatility has been a really nice option to have this year.
How does that unlock more in Phoenix? Like, I remember one time last year, Kendall took the ball up. Like, oh, I didn't know this is part of your game. But now you have a lot of people. Like, what does that do for Phoenix?
Yeah, I mean, it makes us faster, right? It's about a half a second or whatever by the time you get it to that point guard. If you get it to the guard that's a pusher, when you have a 5 or 4 that's not a pusher. So now with Barry and Cece in there, and when they get the rebound, they are a pusher, so they're turning and they're going. And now we're setting, you know, drag screens for them, which again it's a hard thing because most 4s and 5s aren't having to guard ball screens, right? They're usually the show person and the one on the, you know, the one doing the defensive coverage, not the one trying to get over a screen. So I think that really is a predicament that we put on those 4s and those 5s. When we have someone that can come off a ball screen in those positions.
Would you say that having such a tall and like lengthy lineup helps with that? Like being able to have those 4s and 5s push, and then you have taller point guards, you have taller shooting guards. Like, does that help?
Oh yeah, I mean the length obviously is huge. This is the biggest team we've had in our time here. Obviously Destiny's, you know, the one kind of exception of being smaller, but she also makes up for that and how hard she plays and her quickness and her athleticism. So the length, it's so important on both ends of the floor, especially defensively.
At this point in your tenure, what have you learned about navigating kind of the ups and downs of the season, and then especially the challenge that presents having, you know, obviously other players left the program, and now you have to kind of navigate it, kind of a new era of your team. What have you learned about that process?
I mean, really, you just, through everything, you can never really get too high, you can't get too low, you know. I mean, we've had really high highs in our 3 years, and we've had low lows, and, you know, as a leader, I have to really set the tone, and, you know, whether, you know, some days it's hard because, you know, there's some hard times and some hard things we got to go through, but you got to continue to be consistent and show up every day, and all you can control is the day. So, and that's, you know, I preach that all the time, and I got to live that as well. So just trying to stay in the moment, stay present, again, not get too high or too low during the ups and the downs that every season brings. And you know, with that, yeah, we have a lot of new guys, but we have a lot of people that are returning and that understand the culture and understand standards and expectations, understand what it looks like, you know, to win big games and be in big moments, and also what it looks like and feels like to be in the locker room after a tough loss, and how do we respond. So it's nice having those people there that can really set the tone and lead as we go through the season of what's to be, ups, downs, good, bad. It's every season's like that.